All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brandman, Brian the Grizzly, and we're talking episode 5, The Penguin, titled Homecoming. We get all the fallout of the Falcone family massacre, I guess, or
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. Um, and yeah, everything that happened after that. But we'll start with Brandman. What do you think about this episode, man?
It was tense.
Mm,
I think this show does really good with tension. This one probably being the most tense thus far.
mhm.
I like how they're adding stakes upon stakes on this show because it really keeps me on my feet and invested in that regard. And speaking of investment, I love how this show's just making you root for villains and trying to see and like waiting to see who comes out on top. That's how invested we are and how fleshed out the character of Oz is because we know this is a bad dude, but
Yeah.
I think they've done very well at making him engaging. And we can't we can't sing the praises of Kristen Milioti enough.
I
Mhm.
know,
You
man.
know, like she's almost stealing the show. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Um, and it really has me waiting to see what happens not only in the next episode, but what it's going to mean for whatever happens beyond this show, for be it the Batman Part 2 or if we get other spin-off series. They're working very meticulously and so well at just crafting this universe, this Elseworlds universe of Batman. I'm just as engaged watching this as I am watching the character of Batman himself. So I'd love to see where they go further with this. It's just really incredible and just
Yeah.
keeps me glued to my screen.
Yeah. It really does. What about you, Brian? What do you think about this episode?
Um, the characters are so good. Oz, this was the episode you saw how dark Oz really was.
Mhm.
Really, because you
Mm.
saw when he
Mm.
put the was it Marconi's the kid
Mhm.
on fire. He
Falcone, yeah.
doused him, yeah, doused him in oil and fuel, lit him on fire, killed both him and his mother, both
Mhm.
lit him on fire, and the way the sinister look on his face,
Yeah.
that showed a lot, right?
Mhm.
And then you saw him get crushed, when everything he was trying to do kind of fell apart on with between the mushrooms and all that stuff. And then he tries to go to his girl, and she's like, she seems like she loves him, right? And but she basically said, "I'm not going with you. I'm gonna do my
Mhm.
own thing." So you out.
Mhm.
So he's looking for this place to be open or to be vulnerable, and she shuts him down. So what does
Mhm.
he do? Well, any grown man will do, run to his mama. Even though that was very weird,
I didn't even think about that. That's
you
funny.
know. But it was very weird for him to get in bed with his mom and hold her out like that. I was like,
Mhm.
this is very cringy. But even then, so he's like, "Mom, tell me it's okay." And she was like,
Mhm.
"What kind of grown man can't take care of his mama? What's wrong with you? You got me back in the same place we used to be." So once again, that's emotional damage when you're
Mhm.
looking for someone to tell you it's all right,
Yep.
and they're like, "You're terrible at what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be providing, and you are effing up." So that's another place where he got kind of this emotional damage. And then I thought it was really interesting that he finding that little token and going underground and all that happened with him. So his story this episode was very entertaining, very engaging. And
Mhm.
then oh my God, Sofia is so dark now, and you see the dimension, like so demented character, but it was almost anti Joker and Harley Quinn with her and her doctor. It was like almost the
Uh,
exact, the woman with a guy. It's almost exact thing switched up. And I thought
Mhm.
that was very entertaining that they're doing that, and it made perfect sense.
mhm.
I think, and they're just being very smart about the writing on the show. And I know I agree with you guys. It's not really slow burn. It's just things are happening. It's not like pushing the narrative, but there's so much going on because you develop these characters so well.
Yeah,
and
definitely
that's
not a
kind of
slow
organic.
burn. You know,
So,
yeah, the show moves very steadily,
Mhm.
which is
I
good.
don't get how people are
Y
calling it like a slow burn. Like just because
No.
like there's not nonstop action doesn't mean it's a slow
Mhm.
burn.
it's a lot
You
of
know?
crap going on every time you
Yeah.
turn around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're
Building
handling a
characters.
multitude of, and they're
Mhm.
handling a multitude of characters, you
Mhm.
know, at once, which you can't really do a slow burn in that regard. Like I said, it moves at a steady pace, I'd say, if I had to characterize it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fair. You know, it's been steady from the first episode, you know, and it just
Mhm.
keeps building, you know, and that's the kind of the thing I was worried about. I was like, we're introducing another family. And I'm like, how diluted is all this gonna become? And it never really did. It always felt like organic. Everything felt like natural, like, oh, this is what would happen. This is what he would do and stuff like that, you know. So, but even the first thing I thought when this episode, because I know Brian said like, oh, you're gonna have the three bosses, and then everything happened. I'm like, well, there went that. But
Yeah,
then
throw it out the window now.
but then we get Sterling K. Brown's character, which is the head of was it Sal?
Mhm.
Salvatore Moroni.
Maroney, yeah.
He survives, which is wild, you know, and I'm like, oh, okay, but
Clancy Brown, right?
yeah, did I say it was 30K Brown?
Yeah, I was like,
I'm thinking Green Lanterns. Because that's John Stewart. That should have been John
as
Stewart.
you should be.
Yeah, Clancy Brown. Um, yeah, being he's Salvatore Moroni, but he hasn't been shown a lot in this show so far, but the little bit he has was like, okay, but now he's definitely more involved. I feel like for the last couple episodes, but Sophia is still gonna be the leader of that. She's like, oh, let's
Mhm.
merge our families. He goes, oh, I don't trust a
Yeah.
Falcone. She goes, well, I'm not one no
Nah,
more.
Falcon, yeah.
I forgot what she uh well her
Gigante,
maiden name is Gigante, yeah.
Gigante, yeah.
Yeah, which is I believe her mother's
her
maiden
mother's maiden name, which
Yeah.
in the comic book, I feel like her name is Sofia Falcone Gigante. Like I thought that she married into the Gigante family. That's what I think is in the comic book. And then this thing is different because that's saying that her mother's maiden name. But that was a really good, interesting twist.
Yeah. To do it.
Mhm.
Oh man, even when she wound up getting Vidi or whatever her name, Vivi,
Yeah. Oh man.
Vidi,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who because she's kept them and then then he had the thing, he goes, I can help you. I can help you the way I couldn't help your mom and blah blah blah. I was like, oh, like
Mhm.
that's good. I'm like, he's definitely a guy that knows what to say. But then she just used him. Like, because that's what it was. She
Oh,
used
yeah,
him
that
to
was
show like this family's done. And to prove it, here's the last part of the family. Boom. It was like, damn. Like,
I don't know. Did she use him or did he just keep on stepping over his bounds? Once again, trying to put her in a box, tell her what she can and cannot be.
yeah. I
And
think it was both.
that was a
though.
test. I think it was,
Yeah.
it was a test. I'm gonna let you live. This is a test for you. And he could still did the same thing. He was like, once again, trying to put her as like you're just a little woman. I'm gonna keep you in this box. I'm telling you what you can and cannot do. And she said, I'm tired of you telling me what I cannot do. Pow, done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
In front of everybody. But that definitely got her point across.
Yeah.
You want to be part of this family? Come be part of this family. The
Yeah.
old guard is dead.
Yeah. Because I mean, one is like she's like giving money away, and for somebody that was his level wasn't used to that, It's like,
Mhm.
no. We're the made men. We're the high ups. We keep all the money, And she's like, nah. We're all in this together, kind of thing. But I thought that was wild.
I
That
love
she
the
just like, boom, I was like, damn.
I did. She opened
Yeah.
up the bag and put all that money in the blood.
In the pool of blood.
In the pool of blood, and people
Yeah.
were grabbing the money out of the blood. Like, oh well.
I was a little
That's
irked
cool.
by that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was oh man. But yeah, everything about this show it keeps getting better and better and better.
Mhm.
Even like Victor is more like I got you. Like I'm not gonna fail you kind of attitude, and it's just, and it's gonna bite him in the ass, I think, and then us as the fans and the viewers are gonna be like, they didn't have to kill Victor. I
Mhm.
feel that's how it's gonna turn out. I was like, no, not him.
That's how we're gonna turn on Oz.
On Oz, yeah, because he somehow it's gonna be his fault, or he purposely threw him under the bus to save his ass. Yeah,
Or Victor was there just and didn't protect his mother, and then he just allows him to die.
blames him.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because he does have that short temper. We saw that many times already, So, finds out like, hey, you said you got this, you didn't get it, and then kills Victor. Man, it's gonna suck either way. It's gonna suck either way because I'm really liking Victor, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I like to have their little lair. It looked cool. A little underground lair kind of
Mhm.
thing. It,
Almost
I was,
reminded
I
me
was,
of the approach to the Batcave that they're doing in this universe.
mhm.
So Dark Movies actually said in our little group saying that's the same tunnel where the Bat Cave is. It's the
Mhm.
same way you enter. It's the
Yeah.
same exact tunnel.
They use
That,
the old trolley things. Yeah,
yep, it's exactly the same tunnel that the Bat Cave is. So they're literally just writing the same thing.
they're
If he only
connected.
knew that.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I thought that was cool. Although part of me was like, I kind of wished it was an abandoned zoo,
Mhm.
like just to be like the old Batman Returns movie. It's like I want to see him become the Penguin. Like right now, it's
Oh,
just a weird title. Like I want to see him like.
it was just a penguin because he waddled like him. That's all.
I know. Like I want to see the monocle or the top hat, the umbrella. Like if you give us a yellow umbrella, like that serves fans on multiple levels. Like you give us the penguin reference, you give us the How I Met Your Mother reference. Like there has to be a yellow umbrella on this show.
Yeah,
Like
something, right?
yeah, but yeah, I mean it's not the penguin that we think of when we think of the penguin. He's
Mhm.
not the guy with all the umbrellas that has all the weird umbrella, shooters and gas things and stuff like that. But it's definitely like he's a full on mobster, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
definitely a more grounded take,
yeah,
you know?
Exactly, a grounded thing. That's what it is.
yeah, yeah. So a little camp would be nice. I agree up here. A little camp, but I get you want to stay away from stuff like that too when it comes to something when you're grounded. Camp might feel a little cringe if not done properly,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but yeah, I was super from the second this episode started until it ended, just so invested in it, you know,
Mhm.
with the mushrooms and everything, because everything has a consequence to it, like he set the son and the mother on fire, you know, by doing that, he set off the fire alarms, so they set off that and that I didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that would have messed up the mushrooms.
Mhm.
Also, I don't know why the mushrooms are just in the back of a pickup truck. Like, oh hey, here's this really hard drug that you can get really fucked up on. Let's just put it in
Yeah,
the back of a pickup truck.
just
Like,
exposed to all the elements, right?
yeah. It was like at least like some kind of box truck, so like the box is separate from the cab, or
But too much, too good. But
yeah,
they are temperature control. I mean, think about it. That's what happens with a lot of mushrooms. So it's
yeah.
cool that he found it under the ground in a damp, moist place where you can grow as many of those mushrooms as you need.
Mhm.
All you gotta do is find a chemist to keep it the right way and keep it going. Now you can grow his empire. That's gonna be
Mhm.
interesting going forward.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be two families against him. I did not see that coming.
Yeah. But the thing is like the Falcons are all gone, so it's just her, But I mean, granted, she's still using all the Falcons uh
Goons and everything too,
goons and stuff, yeah,
and
money
all the
and all that.
underlings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just different name basically, but all the high ups are gone. And then with the Maronis, like his family's gone. Like it's just him now. So it's like
His immediate
legit just
family, but I
them
think there's
two.
still other
I'm
people
sure like
looking out for him and
cousins,
stuff like that. There's
yeah.
other Maronis.
But at least for them, like their immediate family, like their advisors, of the family, because his wife was the one always next to him,
Mhm.
and she's gone. So
Mhm.
so now you have these two people that are just broken, and like void of like families coming together to create a new family kind of thing. So it makes it simpler, I guess for Penguin, because he's like, hey, I only gotta go after one of you guys now because you guys are together. But yeah,
I agree. No, that's just crazy.
that's what you guys in chat are saying real quick. Mom Bear says, you're not gonna have the drugs
A
run
shotgun,
shotgun.
especially hallucinogenic.
No, yeah.
Get your arm
That's
around
right.
it. Like, yeah, come
Hit
on.
a bump and just all the dust spores pop off.
Then you like half baked and you're flying through the rest of the world.
Yeah. Mom said they didn't call it no. Don't matter if they're a fun guy. Oh, Jesus. They didn't call it. Don't matter if they're a fun guy. Because it's a mushroom.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have my little rim shot sound effect. Professor saying it's way too interesting to be a slow burn.
Agreed.
Exactly. And then Ace said in the comics, she doesn't marry into the Marone family.
She marries into the Gigante family.
Oh,
she
does.
marries.
It
Yeah,
does.
she marries Rocco
Yeah,
Gigante. I remember that.
Yeah.
And
There
then
you
she
go.
kills him.
Fun guy. Yes.
Fun guy. Oh my God.
The makeup department deserves every single award.
They deserve the Emmy. That makeup,
Mhm.
wardrobe department 100% deserves an Emmy for
Like,
that.
that's just incredible.
Yeah. And it looks so real. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like
Mhm.
fake. It looks like dude really got into some shit. The
Yeah.
big scar across his face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only, like, a little bit of Colin Farrell himself that I can see in this role.
Mhm.
And even then, it's still pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Like, just the way that he's immersed himself into the character is incredible.
There's even things like the costume department's done. Sofia, the scars on her arm.
Yeah.
The scars, like the shoulder, the seat, all those things. That's detail. That's amazing.
Mhm.
And it
But
just looked unbelievable.
yeah. But it looks good. It makes sense with the character, especially now she's showing it off, because she's not afraid on who she is now. Like little things like that just make the show like so much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, definitely digging in. But that's our thoughts for this last episode of Penguin. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this episode. Do you like it? You hate it? Any theories? We only got 3 episodes left, so we want to hear any theories that you guys might have about it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday when we talk about the newest episode. But we appreciate everyone coming in on the replay. And if you are watching live, stick around because we're gonna finish things up for the night.